Alright, I thought I'd make a little video about what I've been working on, and some of these are being in the process for quite a while. And this is one of those things, and this is a guitar I built from scratch myself. So, just I had a plank of wood, actually I think two. This is 2-piece, I think cherry, and then maple neck, rosewood fretboard. Of course, these things I've just ordered, and yeah, I got a few places I ordered those from. One is Tom, and then there's this I think it could be, it's from Spain, this guitars and wood shop. And I'll put the link in the description. And if you're interested in building guitars, I've been thinking about making a whole video series about it, because I actually have two of these. So this is it. Just a little little bit of work left to be done, and this will be a guitar. But yeah, I could do a whole video series about how you get to this point from that. And if you're interested, let me know in the comments, and I might get to it, because we have this wood shop here, and you can join the organization that runs it, and then it's pretty cheap to go there and use the tools and everything you need to make something like this. So I can do that and get it done, and I could film the process. But for this guitar, it's basically ready. There's just some things, the electronics to be assembled. And for this one, I'm gonna have two humbuckers, but I'm gonna make them, I'm gonna have a little custom thing here. So these are gonna be coil splitted with push-pull pots. And that's one video I'm gonna be making, because as we can see here, these pickups are from another guitar. So there's two leads coming out of these ones. But in here, we actually have 1, 2, and 3. So I already customized these, I filmed it, and these are ready for the coil splitting wiring diagram. So that's something I'll be doing. Yeah, that's some simple customization like that. And I might do just volume and tone, and then I'm also gonna probably put a kill switch here, so then you can do these weird tapping things, and it cuts out the sound completely. 3-way switch for selecting these. And yeah, that's a few videos, or actually I might try and cram it into one, or do the kill switch, which is a very simple modification, and then the push-pull coil splitting thing. All right, but let's put this aside, and I'll show you another thing. And this is a guitar that I built, and this is the first one I built. You can see my little logo over there, and it's been in storage for actually years due to the circumstances, but I'm gonna try and show that. So what happened in the storage is there's a little bit of a gap over there. So the glue actually has, how do you say it? Well, it came off, So I need to get some glue over there and clamp it, you know, like really good. And then I'm gonna put this one back together. And these pickups are actually from this guitar. And yeah, this is your basic Les Paul shaped guitar, nothing much to it. I carved the top by hand, did the staining by hand too. This is lacquered on top, rosewood fretboard, and it's mahogany, the body. And what I'm gonna do actually with this, I'm gonna, because it's been on storage, so I'm gonna sand it really like fine, and then I'm gonna apply a new coat of oil, and then I'm gonna put it together. And you know, I just might make a video about that just for fun, so you can see how that goes. But yeah, mostly I'm just gonna show a little bit, because it's a really common thing when someone, you can see neck breaks, stuff like that. And you know, basically the thing I'm gonna do with the wood glue applies to those scenarios as well. And then let's put this one aside for a moment. My first guitar, and this is Squire, and it used to be cream white. And you know, and during the years I've done a lot of stuff to it. The neck is totally warped. It still actually plays good. So and this, I've loaned this out for many times. People really didn't take that good of a care of it, you know, and that's basically probably why it's in the shape it is. But yeah, I'm gonna show how to get well, shitty Squire like this to actually play nicely. But first of all, I did practice, you know, a spray or just a big airbrush painting on this one. I did this like sparkly purple. And yeah, that's gonna be a project. I wanna strip out all the paint. There's some sort of probably lacquer on top of this also. I'm just gonna sand that bare and get it like this satin finish on it. And I'll probably do a pretty basic wiring on this, nothing too fancy or extra. And yeah, it's gonna, but I can make a video about that too. Like, hey, this is, and as you know, I've shielded this one as well. There's a video about how to go on about, you know, shielding your guitar properly. So that's one thing I'm gonna do also. But this one's not gonna be nothing fancy in that way, but I'm gonna show you how to set up a cheap ass guitar like this and get it to play nicely. Because in the end, yeah, it's you can have I've held in my hands like very expensive guitars that, you know, the setup was just, you know, no, for example, a Gibson that was over 4,000, and I don't know why, but it wasn't set up properly, and the quality was kind of there. So, but these are, you know, some of my guitar projects that I've been working on slowly. And then I'm gonna show you one more thing. I have to go and get it. This thing. So, what do we have here? You might wonder. And well, we have here my own pickup winding machine. And yeah, I've done a set of, well, Strat pickups, single coils, 3 set. I've done bass pickups. I haven't done a humbucker with this. I probably won't. But yeah, I wound perfectly good pickups with this. And the funny thing is about this is that the motor is actually from a Canon printer, you know, scanner, multi-function, cheap €35 device that stopped working. I just smashed it with the hammer because I was pissed off when it stopped working because of the scam. And you know, I just one day I was looking at this motor, and then I got like well, and then I just ordered some parts from eBay that actually work. So that's what do you call it? Well, sensor. So it sensors when this little metal thing goes past that. It's connected to this little turn counter that goes all the way from to 99999, and you know, I can keep in count on how many turns I have. So then if I want to do pickups with the same number of turns, I can do that. And you can change the direction it's rolling to. Let's hook it up. Let's see it in action. There we go. And this whole thing, it's kind of funny. You could buy a motor like that pretty cheaply. There we go. The light turned on somewhere there, so you can see it's working. And I think this whole thing cost me under €15 to make. And now we can see I can turn it on. And this is a speed control, so I can keep turning that. So that's, you have a spool of wire. I put it here, I have it on the table. It goes from there to the pickup, and yeah. And even my friend, a bass player friend, used this one time and, you know, custom wound a set of pickups for one of his basses. He was happy. But again, it shows you don't have to be, you know, spending a fucking ton of money for, you know, you can sometimes do things very cheaply, very cheap, and perfectly working. The turn counter, I think at the moment, so this is not hooked up, so that's why that ain't working. I need to get on top of that. But yeah, I could actually also make a video, since I have the poles that go on pickups. If someone's interested, let me know. I could actually do a video about, you know, wounding your own pickup and how to go about it. And I can also, if anyone's interested, do a video about how to put something like this together and what to take into account, where to get the wire. I think I ordered from England. There's one shop that sells spools of different sizes and wires of different sizes. Course, I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, this is one of my old things that I have. I'm pretty proud of. For fun, I, you know, named it. Money Winder 2000. And yeah, still working. I have been thinking about upgrading it, and maybe, I don't know if I would even need, but I could use, I think, an Arduino and get, well, some extra functions, but I don't know if it's necessary. I like to just hand wind them and, you know, have control of the wire and all that. So yeah, and you get unique pickups that way. And I've actually, when I started building guitars, I also went to a guitar building course that still runs in my town, and we were taught by master builder Veijo Rautia. I don't think he anymore takes orders, but that guy also like has a huge knowledge about pickup winding, and he actually, you know, started getting more into that instead of guitar building, to my understanding. So yeah, we have a local pro here if you'd want to ask, if I'd want to ask some advice. But yeah, I've had some nice discussion about, you know, pickups and pickup winds. And the funny thing is actually, so these are cheap Chinese pickups, and we were also talking about those one time, and he said like, yeah, nothing wrong with them. I actually like them. Some are really good. And also we had a discussion about, you know, how the cover can change the sound a little bit and all that stuff. And yeah, so, and you know, I could get, probably would be fun to get really, let's say, scientific and compare pickups and compare like high-end pickups to these cheap Chinese ones. But you know, there's enough information on that subject, and I don't even want to get into that, because hey, at this point I'm just, you know, I just want to put my amp on, or amplitube, and just play guitar instead of doing a ton of like ooh, which, yeah, hey, you know, nothing wrong with that, but I'm kind of just past that myself, even though I just showed like 3 guitars that I'm working on. But I'm I'm working on them slowly. I'm doing just mostly playing guitar, and I'm still not good at it, so I'm wondering what I'm doing wrong. But yeah, so this kind of stuff is on my table, and then I've also got pedals to build, IRs to make. I'm gonna make them available, and I'll make a video about those when they are available. So, you know, I took a bunch of captures from 2 of my speakers, and I have this vintage 18-inch Celestion speaker that's made, I think it was 69 to 72 or something in production. So I gotta get some IRs of that one, because I think that's a rare one. So, and those I'm of course also gonna make available. That thing sounds killer with the Marshall head. So when I get to it, there's so much stuff I can do that it's sometimes, for me, it's hard to kind of like, you know, focus. But yeah, oh man, and yeah, there's the Strat parts, all of that, you know, there's the parts for that own own Les Paul type guitar. Yeah, that looks good. Then there's parts that go on the tele. And yeah, and those are not the only guitars I built. I sold one to my brother, actually. He's been enjoying that very much. A nice kind of Telecaster shaped. I think I need to find a few pictures about that one. But yeah, so that's what's coming up, and if you'd like to see how I build a guitar, let me know. If you want to see how this thing works, let me know. I'll get into it. And otherwise I'm just gonna be doing what I'm doing slowly and getting into it and making videos about those things. And I just hope it will be helpful to someone who is interested in the subject or is looking for help and instructions on how to do that sort of stuff. But for now, I'm off, and this was, just a random rant, I think. Not rant, but just a little random video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with something else. All right, bye.